I made some stupid comments about Charlie Kirk on the day that he was shot. I said some things on Blue Sky and on Threads that I'm sorry, not sorry for, but I said them and I deleted them when it was requested that I do so by my employer. And then today on a weekend, I'm told that I am no longer employed at Microsoft. After 6 years building the diversity, equity, and inclusion department from scratch, I lose my job because one of you, some random person, reports my posts to my employer, goes out of their way to find out where I work and takes my job, takes my security away from me for a thought, for an opinion. And you talk about freedom of speech like you care about it. And you're just going to take my money, my life, my food off my plate because I don't like Charlie Kirk? That's not okay. It is not okay to target me because I felt joy that day. I can't help how I feel. I felt joy. That's me. That's what I believe. That's what I think of him. I can't help that. So I don't deserve a job?
I just got fired. Kind of happy. You said I have to leave the premises like immediately? Okay. So, guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck, okay? Kind of relief. You guys have a good one. Oh man, I feel good. I just got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like, he was like guarding them or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm gonna be fucked if I'm not gonna get unemployment, but fuck it, dude. As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me. Wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael. Hi, Michael. I'm done. Yeah, so it is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign because I did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like, I had a bunch of number 1 lessons, and that's dealing with first timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff, and professional, and they were like, you can keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever, I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about any other one else. That's one of my coworkers driving in the car, my ex-coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was, and me and him were just both like fucking over the job. He's been working here longer than I have, so I'm just glad. I'm glad they let me go. It wasn't, I didn't quit on myself, or I made a mistake, but fuck it, I'm done. It's all cool. Wish me luck, y'all. I'll be posting more content. I don't know what, but I'm free.
This girl was fired after being publicly doxxed and people calling into her work, letting her bosses know that she was celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. She mentioned that it got so bad that even some of her coworkers were being harassed, people calling the business, harassing them, harassing her. So they had to let her go. Now, since then, she posted a video online of her crying over her newly lost job and started a GoFundMe and made over $4,000 in 20 minutes. I don't know how much she's made now, but it really seems like the new Civil War is not what people thought it would be. It's people calling into people's work to get them fired, hoping that they can destroy them financially instead of physically.
Today, I've contacted over 700 different employers of people who've been celebrating Charlie Kirks' murder.
On one side, we have the right-wing police who are getting people fired for celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, and we have crying liberals on the left.
And I'm not going to let this silence me, and I don't know what you MAGA losers thought you were going to get.
But what do you guys think about all this?
If you say anything about Charlie Kirk online that your employer does not like, and they fire you, there may not be much you can do about that. My name is Paige Sparks. I'm an employment lawyer, and this makes my eye twitch. Misstated all over the internet. You don't have an absolute freedom of speech against everyone for everything. Your constitutional rights, like the Bill of Rights, which includes the First Amendment freedom of speech, primarily protects you from the government, not against individual people or private entities. The U.S. Constitution limits the government's power. It is not meant to regulate private behavior in between people or in between businesses that have nothing to do with the government. I'll give you an example. If you make a public post online saying, "Fuck the government," a cop cannot show up at your door and arrest you for saying that. That is a violation of your First Amendment freedom of speech. As an employer, I'm a private entity. I have nothing to do with the government. So if my wonderful law clerk says, "Fuck Paige Sparks" online on a public post, I could fire her for that and there's nothing she could do. There are, of course, some exceptions, like if a private entity is acting on behalf of the government, or if you are a municipal employee and technically you have a government entity employer. But in general, you only have the freedom of speech protected against the government, not other people. I have actually sued the government before for violations of freedom of speech. Speech does not have to be just spoken to be protected. Actions can be considered speech too, like burning the flag, or if you flash your lights to warn other people of a cop sitting on the side of the road, that is also protected speech. Comment to let me know what other questions you have about the law. If you see people saying this incorrectly online, now you know.
So I just got fired from my job, all because I exercised my First Amendment rights, my freedom of speech, and said what I thought about Charlie Kirk. And now I'm fired. So thanks, MAGA. It is so incredible to me because I thought y'all weren't as sensitive as you are, but apparently I was wrong. I was so wrong about that. I just said what everybody was thinking. Like, so what if his kids grow up without a dad? So many vulnerable kids who don't come from white right-wing privilege grow up without a dad. It's not really a big deal. And I would know because I was an educator of vulnerable kids. And now I'm not. Now the support network has been taken away from the most vulnerable kids. Now they don't have somebody to look up to rely on in me because I've been fired because you can't take it. You can't take other people's opinions. Wow. Wow. And you have no idea what you've done. You have no clue. No clue. And I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I'll get another job. You know, I'll probably go and work for TMZ and, I don't know, make coffee and watch car chase videos or whatever. But, you know, the kids, it's them that you've hurt. It's not me. I don't care. I don't care. I'll find something else. I don't care. But you hurt the kids. So, congratulations, MAGA.
We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Gabrielle from Illinois, you're fired. Lincoln from Utah, you're fired. Amanda, another Amanda, from Wyoming, you've been terminated. Suck it. Shasta from Washington State, your ass is fired. And Curtis, again from Texas. What the hell, Texans? What the fuck? Curtis from Texas, you've also been terminated. You're welcome. Now, truth being told, I've probably lost about 50,000 followers throughout all social medias while I'm doing this, but I would rather have every single one of my accounts hit 0 before I give in to these people. So if you want to try and affect me or affect my income by unfollowing me, I don't care. I would much rather go back to a 9-to-5 job than let this kind of shit slide. And I know for a fact that over half of this country agrees with what I'm doing. So hopefully they start finding me pretty soon. So go ahead and do your whole mass unfollowing and everything like that, because again, I would rather see all my accounts hit 0 than letting you guys try and bully me into not doing this anymore. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please hit that follow button. Counteract their mass unfollowing of me.